Hello and welcome back to the second lesson of Module 4. The Module 4 is about linear and nonlinear functions. We dealt with linear graphing in the first lesson. Now we will do rate of change and slope. This is a very crucial lesson because we will have to use this concept so many times in the future as well. The learning objectives of this lesson are to calculate and interpret rate of change, to calculate and interpret slope. We will look into both of these objectives in this video, and the keywords are rate of change and slope. Now, what exactly means rate of change or slope? It's one and the same. You can understand it interchangeably. Now, what does it mean? Now, whenever there's a change in the y and divided by the change in x, that is rate of change. But let us understand it. Now, a flat road. Okay, there is no change over here. It's a flat road. The slope or the undulation is not there. It is a flat line. So basically the slope is 0. But now, if this changes a bit, say it goes up like this, you can see there is a slope over here. This is basically rate of change. Now imagine we draw a graph over here, say x and y axis. Now, if I want to see what is the rate of change over here, I will see, imagine this was 10 and this was 25 x values, and this over here was 0, and this over here, imagine it was again 25. Let's take 10. Okay, let's take 5 because that's more reasonable looking at this graph. Okay, anyways, now what happens is the change in the y-axis. What is the change in the y? The y-axis, look over here, the topmost point and the bottommost point, the change in that means the higher value minus the lower value. If this is initial point x1, this would be y1. The next point is x2, y2. So the rate of change would be y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is it. So here the greater value 5 minus 0 divided by 25 minus 10. So the answer would be 5 by 15 or 1/3 or 0.33. This is the slope over here. Okay, this is not with respect to scale, it's just for understanding purpose. That would be the approximate scale, slope. Now, there's one more thing. If a line is going upwards, it's always positive slope. If it goes downwards, it's negative slope. Even if you don't by heart this, when you find the answer correctly, you will get positive and negative. So let us see a problem now. Now, we are directly not jumping into graphing. We will see problems like this, where they have told to find the rate of change of a function by using 2 points from the table. Now, this is the thing, rate of change of function in the sense slope. Now, if you just focus here, x and y, right? It's up to you. See, they have told by choosing 2 points from the table, it's up to you. You can choose anything. Let's choose this one, the first one, and then the second one. I will consider the first one, x over here, as x1. Then, if you consider this to be x1, the adjoining y value, the corresponding y value for 2 must be y1. This will be first y. You cannot change x1, like you can't write x1 as this value and y1 over here. No, it must be the corresponding values. Now, if this is x1, y1, this would be, you can choose any, but let's take this as x2, y2. Now here, let us solve. It is slope or the rate of change is always given by y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So now let's solve this. It's 24 minus 12 divided by 4 minus 2. The answer would be 12 by 2, that is 6. So the rate of change over here is 6. So what it means, let's see over here, amount of a floor is x cups. So as you put 2 cups, you can get 12 pancakes. Whereas if you take 4 cups, you're getting 24 pancakes, and so on. Now, what does the 6 value mean over here? This means for 1 cup, how much would you have got? The rate of change for every increase in 1 cup. Now, if I just write over here from 6 to 7, then from 36 it would increase to 42. This is what it tells me, because the rate of change is 6. The rate of change means as I increase one x value, the y value is changing by 6. So that is the answer. Answer is final answer 6. So this is the thing, and all you do is it's 12 by 2 or 6 by 1. Now, as you increase x by 1, it increases by 6 in the y section. So the rate is 6. That means 6 pancakes for each cup of flour. Now here it's similar one. Try to pause the video and do it by yourselves. I hope you at least tried. Now all you need to do is choose any x value. It's easy to take the initial values if they're easier. You can choose even this and this. Okay, what I'll do is I'll choose this as x1, this as y1, x2, y2. The answer will be the same, so let me just do it. It would be y2 minus y1. The formula is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You must memorize this formula. You have to by heart this. Here now y2 is 28.22 minus 24.07 divided by 8.5 minus 7.25. Now all you need to do is put it in the calculator, that is use the symbol fraction. Directly I will just put it in the calculator. 22 minus 24.07 divided by 8.5 minus 7.25, and the answer is 3.32. That is the answer. Now you can change these values and try from the first and second or second and third. You will get the same answer everywhere. It does not change. Over here you can see everywhere 3.22 is added in the y section for 1x value. That's the dollars per gallon. So for 1 gallon you have to pay $3.32. Now over here there's a real world problem with the graph. This is the question over here. The Jackson High School Student Council budget varies based on fundraising of the previous year. Find the rate of change for 2000 to 2005 and describe its meaning in the context of the situation. Now they are telling you the student council budget is there. It varies over here. See, this is in dollars, money. In 2000 it was $1,350, whereas in 2005 it increased. But you can see over here it was steadily increasing every now and then it reduced. From 2005 to 2010 it hit a decline, and then again it reduced. So we need to find, not everywhere, only from part A this is, find the rate of change from 2000 to 2005 and describe the meaning and what it means. So let's see, where's 2000? It's over here at this point. That will be x1 and this is x2. So y1 would be at this point, y1, and this would be y2. Okay, all you do is write the formula and substitute. The formula is over here. Change in budget is always, okay, they have written it directly. Let me write over here the formula. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now x2 is 2005, the later year. Sorry, it starts with y2, not x2. So x2 is y2 is over here given 1675 minus 1350 divided by 2005 minus 2000. That will be 5. So you can directly put in the calculator, or you can try it solving in your mind as well a little bit, because these are easy numbers. But anyways, it will be 2005 minus 2000. That would be just 5 minus 1350. Now the answer over here is 65. So that's the answer. Now what does it say? It says that where are we? Over here, This means that the student council budget increased by 325 every 5 years. Why they have told 325? Now you can see when we subtracted this, we will get 325 by 5. This is just for understanding. So in 5 years, it increased by $305. But for 1 year, how much is the increase? The linear increase would be $65 on average. Every year it increased by $65, and then see the answer we got, right? This is for 1 year, but how many years we are considering? 2000 to 2005. It's 5, so multiply this by 5 and you will get the answer 325. So this is it. But most important is the rate of change is $65 per year. This answer, whatever we get, is for 1 year. Now the same thing has to be done for 2010 and 2015. All of you try this by yourselves. You can pause the video now and try it by yourselves. I hope you tried the problem. Now we will solve it over here. So first, let's see, it's from 2000 to 2015. I'll write it directly. First, you need to write the y values. It is 1550 minus 1675 divided by the x2 is 2015. Oh, sorry. I was doing from 2010 to 2005. This is wrong. We have to do from 2010 to 15. That means x1, x2. And this is y2, y1. The formula is always y2 minus y1. That is 1325 minus 1550 divided by 2015 minus 2010. That's it. And now you can just put these values in the calculator and you'll get the answer. It is 1325 minus 1550 divided by 2015 minus 2010 is just 5 years. So the answer is negative 45. What do you understand by this? The answer is negative 45, right? You can see here it's reducing, it's coming down, it's decreasing. So in every year in the from the year of 2010 to 2015, it was decreasing by $45, and that's why in 5 years we got 225 decrease. So for 1 year it was 45 decrease. This minus means reduction. That's it. The graph is coming downwards. That's how it is. There's a check problem. Again, please do pause the video, try it by yourselves. The more you practice, the more easy it becomes for you. Now here part A, they have asked from 2009 to 2010. I'll directly do it in the calculator. All you need to, you can also save time and do it in the calculator directly. 2010 is the second value. So what is the y? Y is 70.54 minus 66.74 divided by 2010 minus 2009 would be 1, and the rate is 3.8, the first $3.8 per year. Now here it is Miami Dolphins average ticket price. This is the football team, American football team, and whenever they are playing, what is the ticket price? So you can see initially it was increasing, it went so high and then fell down. Maybe they lost many matches or something. So this is the graph of their ticket price. Now starting 2008 to 2009, it was increasing by 3.8, and over here the part B, they have asked the ticket prices have the greatest rate of change between dash and dash. That is, when do they have greatest hike or highest increase? That is over here itself, I believe. Let's see, greatest rate of, oh, now rate of change, say greatest rate of change, that doesn't mean it's positive or negative. It doesn't care if it's positive or decrease, increase or decrease. It's just change. So even if it is increase or it's decreasing, it's just rate of change. Now over here, I believe this last two values, can you see there's a huge steep decline in the sense it's increasing. Over here it might be bigger value. Let's solve it. Let's put in the calculator. So it is 65.16 minus 71.14 divided by 1. and here we are getting 5.98, which is more than this. Why did I jump to this last value? Look at the graph. Here there is increase, but this is very high increase again, okay, and this is a very steep decrease, steep in the sense very sharp decrease. Now rate of change doesn't mean positive or negative. It doesn't matter. All that it means is which is the highest value. So here you can see it is from 2013 to 2014, because we are getting a decrease of 5.96, nearly $6 decrease just in 1 year. And okay, sorry, where is it negative? You can see the graph. You don't even need to measure anything. Here and here it's upwards, over here also upwards, here also it's upwards. Even if it's flat it is positive. Everywhere that is upwards it's positive, but you can see here there's a decrease. Here there is a decrease. So it is 2010 to 2011 and 2013 to 2014. It's a negative answer for rate of change. That means it's decreasing downwards. It is going downwards. Now then, we have a table and we need to check whether it is a linear rate of change or non-linear rate of change. Now linear means it's a straight line like this. So what happens is, in a table, if there is some rate of change, if there is change over here, it will always be constant. If it's changing by 2 here, the constant rate of change must be there throughout the values. Then it is linear. So now over here, how do we solve this? You can directly do the slope formula in 2 to 3 points. In the sense, now here you need to just, okay, over here they have not done it, but anyways, let me just do it over here. Just choose any points. I start from the top one itself, x1, y1, x2, y2, and then put it in the calculator. You can see here y2 minus y1 minus 3 minus of negative 5 divided by 8 minus 11. What's the answer? It's a decrease in negative 3 by 2. Okay, now that's fine. Now will you try some other values? We have done this. Now we need to go down. This is x2, y2. You can start this one as x1, y1, x2, y2. Now change the values. Try this. Minus 1 minus bracket negative 3. Why I'm writing bracket? Because there are two minus, or it will just be plus directly. Then here it is 5 minus 8. What is the answer? Negative 2 by 3. You guys try the other values. Change this x1, y1, and this will be x2, y2, and try the slope, rate of change. It must be same, and it will be same over here. Since at all the points the rate of change is minus 2 by 3, we can say it is a constant. Constant means same, and therefore it is a linear rate of change. It is negative 3 by 2. So this is the thing. And if you graph these points, you would get something like this, negative, because it's downwards. Okay, negative means it will go downwards. Now we will see another problem here. Determine whether it is a linear. Same problem again. Now we need to do it. Let's quickly do it. y2 minus y1. So it is minus 1 minus of minus 4 divided by 29 minus 22. This is the answer. 3 by 7. Okay, let's try the next one. It is again 1 minus of minus 1 divided by 29. Sorry, divided by 36 minus 29. 36 minus 29. Now I think so we got 3 by 7. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, it's not constant. See over here, some pairs have 3 by 7, and over here we got 2 by 7. You can stop whenever you get different values. It is not a constant value. In the last problem, wherever we saw we were getting the same answer, therefore it was a constant. Here it's no, it's changing. It is varying, so it is not a constant rate of change. It is, if it is constant rate of change, it's linear. If it's varying, it is non-linear function. So that is it. So that is how we conclude over here, and it's not a linear function. Okay, just by looking at the rate of change values. Now here they have told this is a linear function, please complete the table. So how can you complete is you need to have continuous consecutive two values, at least one x and one value must be there, and same way both columns must have values in at least two rows. Here you can see this can be taken as x1, then this will be y1, x2, y2. Nowhere else you can change y because there is no y value, isn't it? So now what do you do is I will correct myself. Since they have told it's already linear, you don't need to use the rate of change at all. Sorry, you don't need to do it. All you need to see is this change over here must be constant. Can you see over here, it's 11 and then it goes to 10.5. Then it's going to 10. 9.5. If you do it in calculator, you will see it's reduced by 0.5 at x. So what must have been the value over here? It should have been 11.5. Then only you can reduce 0.5 and get 11, 10.5 and so on. Over here it must have been 12. It should have been 12. 12, 11.5, 11, 10.5 and so on. This is linear. Now here also they have told it is the same thing. So you can subtract and check. You can just subtract these two values. So here, since it's easy, the 1 minus of minus 2.25. Basically when you do this minus and minus, it becomes plus. So it is 1 plus 2.25. That is 3.25. All you need to do is keep adding 3.25. If you add 3.25 for negative 2.25, it will be 1. Add over here, it will be 4.25. And then you get 7.5, 10.75. This one will be 14. So that is it. And let's check answers. Yes, it's 12, 11.5, 4.25 and 14. That's how we can easily get it. X values, same constant rate of x column, whereas y values will be of y column. That's it. Now then, slope of a line. I had told about this earlier, even in the last lesson we went through this. Slope of a slope of a line, especially we are dealing with linear, is always given by this formula, which we have already been used. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So now we will solve the problems using this formula here. Find the slope of a line that passes through these 2 points. If it's given like this, it's so easy. It is x1, y1, x2, y2. And now put it in the formula and solve. I'll directly use the calculator because we have been doing this for quite a while now. You have to just do y2 minus y1, 7 minus 4 divided by 1 minus of negative 3. And what is the answer? Negative 3 by 2. So okay, what did I do wrong? See, I have not done it right. So 1 minus of minus 3, guys. Don't make the mistake I made. A simple sign would give you a complete wrong answer. Now the answer is 3 by 4. That means it's positive 3 by 4. And if you graph it, you're going to get this. Now, how would you exactly graph? There is another easy method. You have 2 points given. So, plot those 2 points and draw a straight line. The slope of that line is 3/4, 3 by 4. This is how we solve this problem. Now here again it is the same thing. Please do solve it by yourselves and then check for the answers. Sorry, I've just showed it. Let's do it in the calculator now. Sorry. Now it's y2, that is 10 minus y1, 8 divided by 7 minus of minus 1 minus bracket minus 1. I forgot to write the minus. Let me just go back. Here the answer is 1/4, quarter, or 0.25. This is how you solve this problem. Now here find the slope that passes through the line. Now we have done this again. It's the same thing. I'll just quickly brush through this. So you have to just find the slope here. Well, always remember the slope formula. It is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And now we have to just substitute. I'll directly do it in the calculator here. So substituting y2 is 1 minus 3 divided by 4 minus of, sorry, I had to come down. It's 4 minus of minus 1. So that's it. The answer is negative 2 by 5. That's how he easily can solve it. Very straightforward problems. And graphing is also simple. Choose any the 2 points will be given. So you have to choose only 2 points. If there are more points given, you just need 2 points. Okay, you don't need more than that. So, and you have to just draw a straight line. That's it. Here then, negative slope problem. We have a check problem. Same like just now what we have done. Please do try it by yourselves. I'll do it over here now. It's 1 minus of negative 4 and divided by 0 minus 5. Sorry. And it is negative 1 over here. That's it. So this is how you can easily solve problems once you know the slope formula. Now again and again, it's the same one. Let's quickly do. Okay, this is horizontal line. Let me quickly do this. Here you can see negative 5 minus of minus 5 divided by, sorry, yeah, x2 is 4 minus of negative 2. What is the answer? The answer is 0. In the numerator, it's 5. Minus of minus is plus 5, you know. So we get 0 in the numerator, then anything in the denominator becomes 0. And it can't be, the denominator can't be equal to 0 at all. So, but since the numerator over here was 0, we can make the answer directly 0. Now remember, what is 0? 0 is basically a flat line. Now what is the slope of this line? Over here it's positive, negative, but what is it of a flat line? It's nothing, it's 0. So this is a horizontal line basically. So the answer is 0, 0 by 6. So over here, if you look closely, you plot these 2 points, you will just get a flat line. You will get nothing because it's at 2 minus 5, minus 2 minus 5 and 4 minus 5. Just draw a straight line. That's it. It doesn't have a slope, it's 0. Okay, horizontal or flat lines are always having slope 0. So this is very important to remember. Now we move on to the 8th problem. So we will find the slope of a line that passes through these 2 points. Again, it's the same thing, but now there is something peculiar. Last line it was horizontal. Now they're saying it's a vertical line. Have you ever thought before we solve this, okay, it's a flat line, it's 0. It increases, the slope increases as we go high, it becomes huge and huge. Now, what if it's a vertical line, flat line, not a flat horizontal line, a straight line from up to down, a vertical line? What happens? Now, imagine this is a straight line, you're on the top of a mountain or something, and there's just straight down, there's nothing. So you drop something, what happens? It'll just keep on going forever down, isn't it? This can't happen, but usually there's always something. But now imagine it's a straight vertical line and there's nothing over there. What's the slope? If you throw something, it'll just keep on falling. Now the same thing's going to happen over here. y2, that is negative 2 minus y1 is 4 minus 4 divided by x2 minus x1 minus 3 minus of minus 3 again. Now you can see in the denominator it is basically minus 3 plus 3, it's 0. So you'll get a math error. It's undefined. Why? Because the slope is just basically undefined. It's basically infinity over here. Why? See, the slope is flat 0. It increases, 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 increases. You go to a point where it's very, very high, and this is a flat line where basically slope is undefined. Okay, so this is the vertical line. And if you graph these as well, what are you going to get? These 2 points. So it's minus 6 by 0. It's undefined. And if you graph these 2 points, you'll get a straight line. It has, you can't tell it has no slope. It has basically undefined slope. Okay. So yeah, you can't even tell no slope as you understand. Okay, that's the thing. Now here, these are interesting problems because we have to find the value of r and the slope is known. There are 2 points over here, x and y, but the x2 and y2 is not visible. It's r. But now, how do we solve this? Let's write the slope. Slope is given by m, slope formula. It's y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Now here m is given as 3/4. Okay, equal. y2 is unknown. See, x1, y1, x2, y2. y2 is unknown, r value, minus y1 is 5, divided by x2 is 4, minus x1 is minus 4. So this is going to be, now over here you can directly put this in calculator and get the answer, the short method, but let's see how you can solve this. Whatever is down, it's cross multiplication, take it to the other side. Now first let's simplify it. 3/4 equals r minus 5 divided by 4, minus of minus will be 4 plus 4, that's 8. Now take this to the other side, it will be 3 times 8 equals 4 times r minus 5. Now 3 times 8 is 26 and 24. That is equal to 4r minus 20. Why? Because 4 times 5 is 20. And it's negative over here. Take this 20 to the other side. It will become 24 minus 20. Sorry, it will be plus 20 equals 4r. It will be 44 equals 4r. R is equal to 11. Because divided by 4 will be 11. So R value is 11 over here. Let's check the answers. That is the answer ultimately. Whichever method you do, it's the same method. But even if you employ any other methods, the final answer will be the same. So this is how you find the unknown value provided the slope is given, just by using the slope formula. Now here, a check problem. Please do pause the video and try it by yourselves. I will do it now over here. It's 2/5. Now, how would you solve this? Is multiply the denominator in the fraction with the whole number over here outside whole. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 divided by 5. That is equal to 12 by 5. This is one way to do. Otherwise, in calculator, you have a specific option, that is shift and this symbol over here. Now write 2 by 5. So this is the answer, 12 by 5. Now if you're thinking, okay, hold on, I can do this. So I know there is 2 by 5 and 2 is over here outside. This is also correct, isn't it? No, this is wrong. Here you're getting 4 by 5, not 2 by 5. It will multiply the 2 with it. We really have to add this 2 whenever it's in whole number like this. Fractions over here, this is the answer. The best way would be pressing shift and over here this symbol, and now write 2 by 5, and this is the exact answer. It's 12 by 5. Now that is the slope, 12 by 5. Sorry, it's 12 by 5. Now that is equal to what? y2 minus y1. It's minus 6 minus r divided by 7 minus of minus 3. Now you can try this directly in calculator, but let's solve it up over here. 12 by 5 equals 6 minus r divided by 7 minus of minus becomes plus. It will be 7 plus 3 equals 10. Take the 10 to the other side and simplify. It will be 12 times 10 by 5 equals 6 minus r. 5 one time, this is 2 times, and 2 times 12 is 24 equals 6 minus r. Now very important to remember, r is negative, so r goes to the other side, becomes positive. 6 remains here. This 24, positive 24 to the other side becomes negative 24 equals 18. R equals 18. So this is the thing. This is the answer. Okay, now I have done some mistake. I'm sorry. Let us check. Okay, it is a very late night and I'm, to be honest, very tired. Maybe that's the reason. My brain is a bit fried. And let me just directly check it in the calculator and see where I have gone wrong. it's minus 3. Shift and solve. Okay, it's supposed to be 30. Now let's quickly analyze what mistake I have done. Here is 12 by 5 and 7 minus, it'll be 10 over here. And what happens is this, okay, I realize my mistake over here now. I forgot to change the sign. It's minus 6 here, minus, minus, and this must be minus. That's the only thing. And this will be minus 6 minus 24. It's minus 30. And that is the answer, okay? Good to do some mistakes so that you don't do it in the exam. You can realize it was a simple mistake. But anyways, if you do it by manually, do check your answer and calculate at the end. And that time you can verify whether it's right or wrong. So this is the mistake I did was I'd written minus here, but I did not carry the minus 6 in the other steps. So it was wrong. A sign, a simple sign, negative to positive, would give a huge difference. So please make sure each and every sign is correct. And now we go to the 10th problem about oceans. What is the slope of the continental slope and Cape Hatteras? So you can see the continental shelf over here. This is the continental slope, oceanic crust. We need to find the slope between them. That's it. Here you can see the same formula is used. What do? How much is the deepmost point? The continental slope of continentals. The slope of the continental slope itself. Now, what is the y2 or x1, y1? x1 is over here, y1 is here, x2, y2. See, the depth is 2,700 downwards. Okay, this is very important now. The ground level is over here. So what happens is whenever you take anything distance above this, it will be positive. Whereas if you go below the ocean, it will always be negative depth because 2,700 means it's downwards, okay? So you can see over here, it's given 75 and minus 65. It's 65 meters below the ocean surface. Over here, it is 125 and minus 2,700. So it'll be just minus 2,700 minus of minus 65. So we use bracket. Divide by 125 minus 75. The values are given in the question here itself. Put it in the calculator, you will get the answer, negative 15.7. So the continental slope at this Cape Hatteras has a slope of negative 52.7. So what happens? It's meters. So every x value, every meter you walk by over here, as you go ahead over here at this part, there is a decline or a slope of or a decrease of minus 52.7 meters. So it's a huge steep slope. Sorry, it's at once there is a slope. So that's the answer. Well, and that's it. So we are at the end of this lesson. It's a very simple lesson. It's just that different problems, all of them can be solved in the same way. Please make sure you remember the formula of the slope. It's m equals, let me just write it down. Please, this is very important, not only now, even in the other future classes. y2 minus y1, and this is x2 minus x1. So this is a very important slope formula. Even in the higher grades, you will have to use this. So using this formula, we have to just find the rate. That's it. And that's it for this lesson. If you have any doubts, any questions, please post them in the chat. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. If not, I will see you all in the next videos. Stay tuned and bye-bye.